had a daughter her age, and...
You did that to that baby?
She wouldn't have been in this room 5 minutes before all Paris would have known it. Bellboys and maids would have been fighting to get to the phone first to tip off the newspaper.
You could have managed it. You managed everything else.
Well, what did you want me to do? Present her to the press?
Yes. Oh, the press. I forgot they were all over the hotel.
Now you're making sense. Come on in and meet them.
All right, Dusty.
What a trooper you are. Come on now, give him that big smile. And don't let him know that anything's wrong.
Come on now. Don't go back.
Wait a minute, boys. Wait a minute. Will you take it easy? Will you take it easy? One at a time.
Yeah.
One at a time, please. Now, there she is. Ask her anything you like. Her life is an open book.
Are you going to do a picture in France? Is it true you're buying a villa?
Are you going back to the States?
Wait just a minute, boys. I know you want news, and I'm going to give it to you.
Atta girl, Gwen.
I have a daughter, and she's 14 years old.
What?
And she's here in Paris tonight.
No, boys, listen to me. That's right. She's only a baby. She's only so big. She's 14 months, I swear. The small infant, this big all. Quiet, everybody. Listen, will you? Listen, will you? Now, look, boys. Wait a minute. We're going to give you a formal statement in a half an hour.
Yes, meanwhile, I want you boys to find her. She's in Paris.
Where, Miss Taylor?
She's with a man named Richard Todd.
Well, what's her name?
Her name's Gloria.
Richard Todd, the composer?
I don't know. Just find Richard Todd.
I'm Richard Todd.
Get a
Come here.
picture.
What have you done with my...
Something you should have done years ago. Come in, Gloria.
That's her daughter.
She looks like her. It's her, all right.
No, this is all a mistake. I never saw her before. It's really all a mistake. Mr. Todd is my father.
Gloria, my baby.
Oh, Mummy. Mummy, I didn't tell them.
No, dear. I know you didn't. I told them.
Oh, Mummy.
Mr. Todd, are you Miss Taylor's husband?
Certainly not.
Miss Taylor, are you his wife?
I am not.
Little girl, who is this man?
He's my daddy.
Gloria, dear, I don't think you... You better not tell them that now.
All right, but Daddy,
I want an explanation, and I want it right now, or I'll call the police.
No, Mummy.
Call them.
But wait, Daddy, Mummy.
There are a lot of things I'd like to tell you, Mrs. Harkins.
No, you would. Well, all right, then, go on.
No, wait, listen, let me say something. Oh,
She's fainted.
Gloria.
Say, come on.
Gloria,
Gloria, look at me.
Gloria. Oh, my goodness.
Wait. It's all right.
What?
She has her fingers crossed.
Such a lovely party, Mr. Todd. And to have Gloria's father and mother both at once. But I still don't understand how you...
Oh, it's quite all right. I will explain later. Maybe.
Oh, yes, of course you will. I don't know how exactly.
Oh, we'll think of something.
But she's right, Richard. Gloria should have a father, you know.
Yes, they're quite customary. Well, I don't want to nominate myself, Graham, but I've had a week of experience.
Oh, but we'd have to be married, wouldn't we?
Yes, that's part of the idea.
Richard, are your ideas always that good?
a song is there from the stars, and the words that I sing come right from my heart. No violin, no strumming guitar, just a serenade, a happy
Well, that's the end of Mad About Music. Now, for a moment or two, we'll have a chance to hear from Miss Durbin, Mr. Herbert Marshall, Miss Gail Patrick, out of character.
You know, Mr. Houston, you've been so nice that I think maybe it would be a good idea if you broke down and called it by our first names. Mm-hmm. At least me. I don't feel like Miss Durbin to you. I feel like Deanna. And besides, don't forget, we were both born in Canada.
Oh, yeah, then there's one old neighbor to another. Thank you, Deanna.
Ever since we made Mad About Music on the screen, Deanna, people have been asking me a lot of questions. They want to know what you're planning to do. If you're going to stay in Hollywood or if you're going to be an opera singer.
And here's your chance to answer them all at one time.
Do you mean what I'd like to do or what I'm going to do?
Well, since it's pretty hard to predict the future, what you'd like to do.
I'd like to do three things. I'd like to sing in opera, and I'd like to keep on making pictures, and I'd like to be on the radio, as long as people want to hear me.
There's one tip I can give you, Deanna. If you want to keep that lovely complexion of yours as you grow up, just keep on using Lux soap.
I'll bet you use it, Miss Patrick.
If you mean that for a compliment, Deanna, thank you. I do use it. I think it's the best soap there is.
And so do I. It makes the nicest lather, and it smells nice, too. In fact, Lux soap is the favorite with my whole family.
Well, thanks, Deanna. And tell me, now that your picture's finished and our radio program is over, I suppose you'll be taking another vacation? Where are you going this time?
Right back to Universal City, Mr. Houston, to make another one. It's called That Certain Age. But that's all I know about it.
Now, I wonder what certain age is that certain age.
I can answer that after a fashion. Deanna is going to have a beau.
I am?
You are? I was speaking to Mr. Rogers at Universal, and he says that what they'd like to do is to have you grow up in pictures just as you grow up in real life.
What kind of a beau does a girl have at 15, Miss Patrick?
Oh, well, you'd better ask your father about that. Mr. Marshall, please.
Walter, Deanna wants to know.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a beau, I guess, huh? Well, you know, Deanna, he carries your school books and picks flowers for you, and...
And after that, you'll have an older beau in your next picture. First love.
Well, if I can have you for a father and Miss Patrick for a mother, I guess whatever kind of a beau they give me will be perfectly all right. And now, Mr. Houston, thank you for a very nice time.
Good night, Deanna.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Mr. Houston brings us important news about next week's program in just a moment. Our cast tonight featured Jackie Moran as Tommy Gray, Christian Rubb as Pierre, Helen Parrish as Felice, Marcia May Jones as Alda, Edgar Norton as Cripps, Margaret Brayton as Miss Fusenot, Marie Hammond as Miss Louise, Joanne Ransom as Dorothy, Suzanne Ransom as Catherine, and Jerry Gale as Lizette. Mad About Music was made at New Universal Studios. The original story was written by Marcella Burke and Frederick Kohner, with music by Harold Adamson and Jimmy McHugh. Gail Patrick's new Paramount film is Dangerous to Know, and William Frawley's Professor Beware. Louis Silvers is from 20th Century Fox Studios, where he directed music for Four Men and a Prayer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder. As you know, many localities switch to daylight saving time next Sunday. If your community is one of those changing to daylight saving time, you will hear this program at the usual hour. If your community remains on standard time, tune in 1 hour earlier. And now, here's Walter Houston.
Next Monday night, the Lux Radio Theater presents Madeline Carroll and Donna Michi in Dangerous, a great romance drama which many of you rank among your favorite motion pictures. Dangerous is the story of a girl, once a great actress, whose life suddenly becomes an endless series of bad breaks. She's a hard-luck girl, bringing misfortune to all who knew her. How this chain of adversity is broken, how love and happiness finally come to her, you'll learn next Monday night when Madeline Carroll and Donna Michi enact this exciting drama on our stage. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, join me in inviting you to listen in a week from tonight when the Lux Radio Theater presents Madeline Carroll and Donna Michi in Dangerous. And beginning next Monday night, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille will be back here, as usual, as your host and producer. This is Walter Houston thanking you all and bidding you good night.
This program, ladies and gentlemen, came to you with the good wishes of the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, the fine complexion care preferred by 9 out of 10 of Hollywood's famous actresses. So join us again next Monday night. Be part of the audience that gathers each week from coast to coast to hear Hollywood stars in the finest plays of stage and screen. Until next Monday night, then, this is your announcer, Melville Ruick, bidding you all good night. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.